Good evening, everybody. My name is Lara Nobraid, and tonight we'll be doing our Fall for Full Circle Scholar Meet and Greet. And we'll start off with introducing us coaches. Like I said, my name is Lara Nobraid. I'm a member of the three affiliated tribes up in Newtown, North Dakota, but I currently live in Pine Ridge Indian Reservation in South Dakota. And I have been in this position for a little over a year, and I'm super excited to be working with each of you. So, Anna Marie, do you want to take it away?
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for being here this evening. My name is Anna Marie Stevens. I'm Tohono O'odham from Southern Arizona. I've been with American Indian College Fund for a year and a half. I'm the Career Readiness and Employment Program Administrator. I'm going to turn it over to Erin.
Thank you, Anna Marie. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Erin Redshirt. I'm an enrolled member of the Rosebud Sioux Tribe. I'm also Oglala, currently based in Denver, Colorado, and I have been with the College Fund going on 4 years this fall. So I'm really excited that you're all here tonight, and I look forward to working with you this semester.
All right, again, I will take it off from here. Greetings, everybody. My name is Sean Bitsui. Again, I'm also one of your success coaches and part of the team here at the College Fund. I've been with the College Fund since 2023. I'll do a short introduction traditionally as well. Ja, det är kanske Sean Bitsui in chat, clash det är Shane Bush's chain, but I need to just say, so I am pretty much born and raised out here in the Southwest and pretty much excited to get things rolling today and look forward to assisting you all on your educational journeys.
All right, thank you, everybody. We can move on to the next slide.
Okay, everyone, this is our agenda for the night. We want to say welcome. We just completed welcoming you to our program. We also are going to go over the ambassadors. You get to meet our ambassadors for the program. Those that are here, tell you a little bit about their background. I'm going to tell a little bit information about our Student Professional Development Grant, and then we're going to go over the Full Circle Scholarship reminders, looking at the program, any of the components, and upcoming events. And then also the fall Full Circle survey, going over that information. We are going to break out into breakout rooms so everybody can get a chance to meet one another, do some interaction. There's going to be a session. The first session is going to be 7 minutes, and the second session is going to be another 7 minutes. After that, we're going to go over important dates for events, any Q&As that you may have, and close out for the night.
All right, so this is introducing our new 2025-2026 Student Ambassador cohort. So if you'll see, we have a range full of names here, all new to our ambassador program and scholars just like you. You can also see which institutions they are affiliated with. So if you go to any of these institutions, maybe get familiar with some of these names so you can connect with them throughout the semester. They're very familiar with our program. They were chosen over a dozen applications, probably a lot more actually. And so they are very familiar with what it means to be a student ambassador as well as a scholar of the Full Circle program. So definitely get a chance to meet with them throughout the year. You'll probably see some of them at our virtual events throughout the semester as well. So yeah, applications for these will typically open up in the spring semester. So next spring meet and greet, we'll be going over when that application opens, what the requirements are, and how to go about the application process if you're interested in taking a step further in your academic journey and being a student ambassador with us.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you a little bit information about the Student Professional Development Grant. It is a grant that's given to American Indian College Fund scholars. You get 2,500 for those who apply. You do have to apply for this. I do want to let you know that it is going to be a requirement that students can only apply once an academic year to get this. Because we've had a large number of students who have applied recently, we want to make it fair for others to be able to get this opportunity to get this grant. It is money to help you explore different careers, create professional exploration, gain some skills and development, and they can be hard skills or transferable skills, create professional learning objectives, and develop skills that you would need for a career path. employment path exploration. So just getting you exposed to different things related to your career path or what you're studying. There are a couple of things that you could look into. So as far as the SPD grants, you do have to put a budget together. You do have to explain what your project is about. You also have to tell what you're planning on gaining from these opportunities. Um, as far as the different areas you could do it in, if you're doing an internship and if you're not getting paid for it, that's something you need to make sure that you explain, that you're not getting paid for this, but you would like to do an internship. You can work with your community, you can work with your college. If you're doing a research project, or if you're do a research and you're going to a conference and presenting that, that's something that you could do. A service learning component could be you going out and doing something that's going to help you develop skills, and get you into the field. As far as doing the field work, is applying for research methods to your curriculum and to get a deeper understanding of it. One of the things I want to tell you is that we also provide funding for certification. I know this is not on here, but if you need some kind of certifications, for example, if you're going into nursing, if you need to go take the testing, you need funding to get there, that's something we could look into. Also want to let you know, not everyone who applies for this automatically gets this. You do have to go through a process of getting reviewed, and we do select students to do this. Also keep in mind that it is really important for you to think about what you want to provide for your community and think about your passion. And also considering that you can pay yourself out of this when you are doing some of these things, they could go to that. If you're doing a community event, you could also pay for your supplies and any guest speakers that you may have. Next slide. Oh, forgot to mention, application opens up. It opened up on the 22nd, and it is and I'll go over the deadline dates in the next slide. So application process, you do have to apply. The application opened up September 22nd, and the deadline is on October 3rd. And you can find this on our website. There is going to be information that's going to be sent or has been sent out to you from your coach, letting you know where to find this information. It is on our website. And then during the week of October 6th to the 9th, we do have a reviewing committee who reviews everyone's application. We go through a process of reviewing them and determine who we're gonna fund. And once we know who those students are, we will send a letter to students letting them know if they've been selected or not. And if they're moving on to the next process, we will send documentation letting you know what needs to get done. Then we'll start the awarding process. Most of the time we need your W-9, an EFT form, and making sure that we have that in place when we're getting ready for the awarding process. And that will start from October 13th through the 17th. If you get the SPD grant in November, I would definitely be following up with you, just seeing how things are going. Also sending you the evaluations for yourself and also for your faculty mentor. The evaluations, we want to see you to start finishing them up by December 5th and thinking about finalizing them and then submitting them by December 2nd. It is really important that you do submit your evaluation forms, because we do look into that. We do keep data on who sends that information in. I do not want it to hinder you in the future from you not being selected because you did not submit information. And things that we look for as far as your evaluation at the end is also if you want to include photos, if you want to include videos, if you published an article or if you did a presentation, if you want to share that information. Our website also includes a lot of information and testimonial from various scholars who had applied for the SPD grant and what they did with the funding, and talking about their experience. We have also 2 students who created videos, so you can take the time to listen to their videos. I also will have a video on the website that explains how to apply for the SPD grant.
Thank you, Anna Marie. During this next portion of our presentation, we're just going to go over some full circle scholarship reminders. So as a Full Circle Scholarship recipient, there are expectations that we have for you. You all have access to your award letter that you were given once you were awarded for your scholarship. So we're going to go over a little bit on how to find that information and where it's housed.
Okay. So for this year, we're going to be utilizing our scholarship portal a lot more. So this is the portal that you guys used when applying for the scholarship. This is going to be the same portal that you're going to log into and use if you need to see your scholarship agreement letter. If you're filling out one of the event evaluations and you don't know your scholarship application ID number, this is where you're going to find it. Depending on which coach you have, you'll find their contact information, email, phone number. It's all just in the same little area. It's just right on top. As soon as you log in, you'll see all of this information just right on top, but we do have step-by-step instructions on how to find these things if you need them. This is also where you're going to see your scholarship components completion status. This year, we're going to be utilizing this in a way that's going to be a lot easier for you guys to keep track of what we have on file for you and your scholarship components. So starting October 3rd at the end of the week on Fridays, every Friday we're going to be updating this information for your components. So please keep an eye on that for moving forward for your components for this semester. And don't forget, they are due December 12th at 12 p.m. afternoon. Thank you.
Awesome. So as Lara said in previous slide, we are focusing more on you all utilizing your scholarship portal for most of your information that you can find. But we do have this webpage available. It should have gone live today by the time we're holding this event. It's just collegefund.org/scholarship components. So this is a new webpage that we're launching this year that'll kind of help you navigate information as being a full circle scholar. So once you first log on to this page, you'll notice right away we have this banner for quick access. So if you don't remember where you applied for our scholarship, it'll be listed right there, American Indian College Fund Scholarship Application Portal. You can click that button and it'll take you straight there. Feel free to bookmark it or star it on your webpage browser so that way you can access it throughout the semester. We also, these other four buttons we have take you to what we use called Tango. These are little video step-by-steps on how to access this different information. So we have videos on how to find your application ID. You'll need to use your application ID for a lot of the events that we do, and just in general for reaching out for your coach. It helps us identify that we're looking at the right application, that we're looking at your information correctly. Yeah, and also those information on how to find your coach if you're not sure who your coach is, they haven't reached out to you yet. If you can't find them in your email, that video will show you how to find them through your scholarship portal. And this third video will also show you how to find your scholarship components status. So as Lara stated, starting October 3rd, we will be updating on the back end what you've already completed. So after today, if you've sat through this whole thing or if you watch the recording and you complete the event evaluation, we will be updating that you've completed that component. And if you're in a scholarship program that requires additional program components, you can also find those completion statuses there. But definitely be patient with your coaches, as it is a bit of a lengthy process, and this is something new that we're starting this semester. So yeah, but it is at your hands to see where you're at and where you stand. There's also a video on how to update your information on your application. So that includes your email address, if you change your email address, if you change your phone number, if you change your address. This will give you information on how to update that on the back end. This webpage also will have other additional resources listed on there. We're going to have important dates listed on there. So as Lara had said previously, when your scholarship program components are due, that will be listed on there, as well as other upcoming events that we'll be hosting throughout the semester. There will also be little snippets on introductions about us and who we are, so you can learn about your coaching team, as well as additional information that we'll be going over in the next few slides.
Okay, so this year we have three main components that we are focusing on. And how we came up with this was it was helpful when we review student surveys from the spring 2025. It gave us a snapshot of what students are looking for. So one of the things that we want to focus on is mental wellness and the talking circle. So information has been sent out to you. We do have a number of them that will be hosted throughout this fall semester. And then emotional support and encouragement. That's something we want to make sure that we're providing for you. We're focusing on that. We are here as your coaches to help you guide you through that process. And if you need any additional support, you can always reach out to us. And then we also want to make sure that we're connecting you to and helping you grow, growing relatives. We want to make sure that you have that component and we want to make those opportunities available to you.
All right, thank you for that, Anna Marie. Yes, sir. Just to follow up with that, again, like I said, we have a multitude of these sessions coming out throughout the semester and of course throughout the academic year, both for relatives support and our mental wellness talking circle. So definitely keep an eye out for those Zoom invites coming in. They can definitely be found if you're interested in more information. They can all be available on the website on the webpage at collegefund.org/scholar components. So we definitely look forward to having you join a few of these sessions throughout the semester and throughout the academic year. So you can definitely hang out with us, but also hang out with our relatives here. So we have Jonathan, Terry, and Jacqueline. So they all have a really great amount of information and useful knowledge to really touch on a lot of the supporting opportunities and just really a space to really talk about a lot of these items that help you continue through your academic semester, because we know there's a lot of stress that comes with being a student and plus with being a scholar as well. So we definitely want to provide as many resourceful opportunities for you to keep you going and keep you disciplined and keep you consistent on your work studies, but also a place for you to sort of join the discussion and just kind of, meet some other scholars in your network. So we're happy for you to join us for at least one or hopefully a multitude of these sessions throughout the academic year. So thank you.
With those resources, we also have just a number of resources that are available nationwide. We have some text and phone call resources if you need them. You can feel free to take a picture of this if you need. All this information will be in the biweekly newsletter, which I'll talk about in a minute here. But this is just some extra information for you if you need it, or if if you know someone that might need help. These are just some more resources for you to use that are available nationwide. Okay. And then speaking of the Full Circle Scholarship, this is our Full Circle Scholarship newsletter. So I will be sending these out the first and third Monday of each month. There's a couple months where the Mondays are a little funky, so you might get more than 2 emails that month, but these are going to house our upcoming events, outside resources, third-party opportunities. It's just going to be another area for you to see all of our upcoming information, resources that we as coaches may find that we want to share with each of you. So please feel free to utilize whatever that you find in this newsletter. If you find anything that you might find interesting, you can feel free to respond, and we'll try to get that into one of the newsletters moving forward. So please use that as much as you would like. Otherwise, that's just more resources for you to use throughout the semester.
All right, another reminder here. So again, I know we are all from all over the country in different time zones. So this is just a really remembered slide to really touch on some of those key details and distinctions between where you're located, what state, and then what correct time zone you want to be on. Because we know if we have an event, for example, all scholarships are due on Friday, December 12th at 12 p.m. noon. But what time zone is that for you? Are you in Mountain? Are you in Pacific time zone? Are you in Central? Are you on Eastern? So this slide is definitely useful for that. So definitely this utilize as a reminder going forward. We want to make sure that you all also complete all of your event evaluations for attendance tracking, because that's really useful data and statistical information for us. And then just please always be sure to check your emails. We know scholars and students in general are not the best at replying to your emails, but definitely please, whatever email you use to complete your scholarship application. That's the email that we'll be sending, the newsletters that Larry talked about, and just other various reminders throughout the semester, whether it's regarding your scholarship components. There might be future professional development opportunities for you, other various webinars. So definitely please check that. Check your inbox, your junk, your spam. And then other, for pretty much all kinds of communications from your coaches and any, other calls for opportunities from our staff. One tip is, creating an email rule with emails from the collegefund.org keeps you up to date on all of your American Indian College Fund events. And then again, just text messages. We definitely will follow up with text as well, especially if deadlines are getting near, and we need some of your required documents and component updates. So definitely keep an eye out for text from us. Save this number here as a contact. And then lastly, we try to reach you on all avenues. So definitely keep an eye out for our social media updates and any postings we do. So you can follow us at Native Pathways on Facebook and Instagram. So thank you again, everybody. And keep an eye out for future notifications from us and the rest of the coaching staff, because I'm sure you'll get a hefty reminder of those in the future. So.
Awesome. So this is one of our remaining slides that we have left. This is just our contact info slide. So please feel free to take a picture of this. This has each of our emails on it, as well as our Calendly links. So throughout the semester, if sending an email just kind of gets away from you, we're also available over Calendly. So you can set up, it's pretty much a Zoom meeting. You can look at our availability and schedule time to do a 15-minute or a 30-minute check-in, just to make sure you're on the right page, or if you need any other questions. Our coaches are very resourceful with what we can help you with in terms of extra supports and resources. So don't be afraid to reach out to any of us and ask us any questions that you might have. Some of your program components require you to do check-ins with us. So fall check-in, spring check-in, you can do that through these Calendly links that we have. All of us coaches have them as well in our signatures of our emails. So whatever emails you get from us, just look at our signature, and our links are at the bottom, so you can easily access that whenever you need. One thing we didn't mention in the beginning is that we are a growing team. So by this time next month, we'll probably have a new coach on our team. And so they will be supporting a lot of us with their own caseload of scholars. So you may not see your coach on this list right now, but that information will be included on our website as well as our newsletter. So keep an eye out for the new addition to the team soon. And that completes this. So thank you very much.